Well, here I am again. You got any kids, grandkids? You got any parents, cousins, uncles and aunts, friends, co-workers? Wouldn't it be nice if you had a wonderful relationship with them? I think about kings and queens and how they had a system set up in every part of the earth where humans were. They had a system set up. These systems were sometimes different, but they were all aiming at having an hierarchy and slaves and in between. And it appears that these systems were established because they could not exist any other way. So as I was coming home this evening, I thought about how these times, not olden times, but these times, and how precious these times could be if we utilized our time and our gifts in a different way. I thought about how people who have nothing to do and find themselves doing something, usually there's a rule of violation involved. And I'm thinking, why do we continue down a path like this rather than choose a way where everybody can have a lifeline? Everybody has purpose and they know what their purpose is. And they have the opportunity to engage themselves, everybody, not just Americans, but Russians and people in Ukraine and people. And in order for this to really happen, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have, well, I'd have to say wherever people change. There are places where you can't show your skin. That's punishable. We know that if this people think this way, they just think that way. But that way should not be imposed on anyone else. And for me, the best way to do all of the things is to have a system set up where everybody can get engaged and everybody can be happy and everybody can have joy and they can live in peace and be prosperous and be free. To me, this is a better way. Their needs, their wants, and their desires are met. I'm constantly saying they don't have to worry about food, clothing, shelter, education, or transportation, or anything. Because everybody's engaged enough time to be thrilled. And by the rotations, allowing other people to live, to go places, to fly to any place in the world, to look at sights that you've never seen before, to take trips, to go on in the jungle and just and guys just make planes and stuff and go to the moon and do all the things that you want to do. Come on, no fight, no lying, no cheating, no stealing, no killing, no terror, no war. None of that stuff. No guns, no jails, no prisons. Why? Because everybody's living, enjoying their lives. I think about that, and I can't understand why most folks don't think about that. I guess it has to do with the way I was brought up. I was brought up by some very old people. The person that brought me up was a Mason, and his wife was a Eastern Star. I don't know if that had anything to do with it. I don't know, but I am the way I am, and it seems like a lot of people are not this way. Look like people find that the easiest thing that they can do to get this kind of thought out of their mind, like this is a lunatic thought, to talk about people being free, like they and living like they're in heaven, sounds like a lunatic. Now it sounds more like a lunatic to me to think about dying and going to a place like that. That sounds, if anything's going to sound like a lunatic, that sounds like a lunatic to me. Because here we are. We got a mind. We got a voice. We got a will. We got a chance to say something, to be involved in whether heaven is important to us or not. We are expecting somebody or something to already build the heaven and to allow us who are not fit for heaven down here to come to a heaven someplace else. That makes sense, does it? If if you thought that you were worthy of heaven, you would know what heaven is about. You'd have some kind of that heavenliness in you that you were allowed to flow from you, so that heaven can be made right amongst you and us, and we can worry about heaven some other time because we're having heaven right here, and we're loving each other, and there's no God anywhere. There's no God anywhere that would be against this but Satan. And Satan would want everything for Satan, not you, not all of the people, 8 billion people. I mean, 3 billion, whatever billion people. Satan, you think Satan want all 3 billion people, 8 billion people to be in heaven? No. Satan want to be in heaven. And the rest of you walked on. I'll leave it there. Thank you very much.